Aligned with the Petroleum Industry Act, the NNDPRA under Section 1741A is given power that says, except in accordance with an appropriate license issued by the authority, a person shall not undertake the following activities with respect to midstream petroleum liquids operations. That is, establish, construct, operate a terminal or other facilities for export or importation of crude oil or petroleum products. Aligned with this, the authority has processed and hereby approves terminal establishment licenses for these two organizations. Number one is the the NNPC Exploration and Production Limited to establish 2,179,704 barrels crude oil terminal at offshore Akwa Ibom State within the waters of the exclusive economic zone, Nigeria. The second one is Belema Sweet Export Terminal Limited to establish a 2 million barrels crude oil terminal at 20 nautical miles of Kula, which is in southern part of exclusive economic zone, Nigeria. Subsequent to these licenses, terminal establishment notice are to be published in the Federal Government Gazette, which will make it a legal process. The terminals are then required to operate within the provisions of the condition of the licenses as contained in the license document, which will be signed very soon. Therefore, I will just finalize to say that kindly note that the authority is committed to ease of doing business in the industry, and we're always welcome and are encouraged to come and invest in Nigeria at any time, at any sector within the midstream and downstream sector.
This license awarded to Belema Sweet Export Terminal that is cited in Cooler goes a long way to show that Nigerians are investing in Nigeria. And this also goes to show that you, the foreign investor, that is still seated on the fence, you gotta come on board. Because Nigeria is fertile, and that's why you can find Nigerians doing a lot in investing in different sectors and different stratas of our economic interest. This project will go a long way to also demonstrate Nigeria's interest to play a major role in understanding the need to be conscious of our environment. And that is why we went in from the disruptive and radical point of view to ensure that this export terminal has a hybrid operating system, which means we will not just power this terminal with the traditional energy that is considered so harmful to the environment, but we're also looking at integrating renewable energy so that we can operate a hybrid and a first hybrid export terminal. The full operation of this terminal is going to add over $11 billion to our national economic earnings, because the field has a capacity to receive over 400,000 barrels of crude every single day. For you who's been struggling within the corridor trying to get your produced crude to the market, the Belema Export Terminal that is sited within your operating corridor is the answer to your needs. And we are so grateful, we are so thankful to the authority's chief executive, who has been business pro, and his team who are also business pro. And we also want to use this to thank the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in whose tenure in less than 2 weeks in office, this giant stride has been achieved. We also know that today Nigerians are worried and concerned about this crude subsidy, fuel subsidy removal and all that. But we want to tell you it's for the good of our economy. And we are here now to be one of the value chain that the country will rely upon, creating jobs in the Niger Delta, creating jobs within the communities, and making Nigeria economy stand strong. So I want to thank my staff. I want to thank stakeholders in the communities, the chiefs. I want to thank the youths, the women, and all others who rally around this project. And I want to thank my brother Fonseca, who has been a phenomenal supporter, and I want to thank NNPC. I want to thank both the upstream, the mid and downstream, and other key stakeholders that believe strongly in the economic frontier and wellness of Nigeria. I want to thank a lot of my friends who are also here from different industries and all that. Thank you for joining us, and this is a great deal for us. Investors, this project is real in life. Come and join us, and let's make Nigeria proud.
So, as the authority chief executive signed the document and authenticated with the seal of the authority as required by the Petroleum Industry Act, then that aspect of that document becomes a legal tender. You can tender it anywhere, go to court, go to for finance purposes, anywhere in the world, and in Nigeria is tenable. Mind you, under the present dispensation, it's only the authority chief executive that can sign such document. No any other authority that can sign, any other authority that signs such document is invalid. So that is why it's very, very historic. So, sir, authority chief executive, I will come up in the presence of the two chief executives. You will endorse the document, you will sign the document, and once we authenticate it, then it will be handed over to them. Mind you, there is still one other thing that will need to be done. We will have to take the terminal establishment notice to the federal government printing press for gazetting. And that gazette, I assure you, you will have your own copy.